Hi, I'm standing in front of my water heater and you wouldn't know it looking at this thing, but it is very inefficient in one respect. People waste a lot of water waiting for that warm water to get out to their shower or sink. And I never knew about these things. They're not very expensive, but on top of it, I finally put a recirculating hot water pump. I had to do no plumbing, no piping, anything like that. Just added this one unit and it saves me time, it saves me water, and it saves me gas for heating hot water, all for a small price and a very easy installation. Come and join me if you'd like to know more about these. Let me show you how long it takes in my very small house to get hot water to this shower. Now what I've done so I don't get myself or the camera soaking wet is I've taken off the hose here and I'm going to direct all the water to come out of this hose opening. And I'm going to catch it and I'm going to continue to catch it until it's the warmth that I would like to use to take a shower. I'm going to turn it on full hot now. And let's see how much we get of wasted water. Okay. Still coming out pretty cold. Too cold for my shower. I'm sensing a little bit of warm right now. A little bit more. A little bit more. And right about now, I could get under the shower. Take a look at this water loss. That would all go down the drain. Let's go and see how much water this is. I want you to know that this water that I captured it at 5 p.m. and today in my area it was 86 degrees. So this water was going through copper pipes in my attic on a hot summer day, and it still took the time you saw for this to fill up until I got hot water from my water heater. If I were doing this on a cold winter morning, I could get a lot more water than this. I don't want to waste this water, so let's measure it out. And I have a 2-cup measuring device here, so I'm going to go ahead and measure. There's 2 cups. 4 cups. I'll go back here. 6 cups. 8 cups. 10 cups. 12 cups. We nearly got 14 cups. Just shy of that. Now let's go and compute and see how much water loss that is in a given day, week, month, and year for just one person. And then we'll multiply it out and show you what you can be saving. Let's take a quick look now at how much water is wasted. If we look at that number of 14 cups, it's 7/8 of a gallon. Well, over 7 days, if you're showering every day, and I hope you are, 7/8 of a gallon equals 6.125 gallons weekly. And that 6.125 gallons weekly times 52 weeks a year will give you 318.5 gallons a year. Using those numbers, 2 people will use 637 gallons yearly, and a family of 5, 1,592.5 gallons per year. Wow. Another thing you might want to consider is wasted time. Take a look. I timed how long it took to get that warm water, and it turned out to be 40.52 seconds. That might be really important to you. Using that information, you'd be wasting 280 seconds a week, or 14,560 seconds yearly. And that means 242 minutes or 4 hours yearly you're waiting for warm water. A couple of two are waiting 8 hours in a year for their water. And if you have a family of 5, the poor things are waiting 20 hours every year for their warm water to arrive. That's a long time. When you take a quick look at the plumbing of a typical water heater, you see the cold water supply coming in here. There's a shutoff if you need to work on the hot water heater, but the cold water is coming here. It's going down into the water heater, and it will be heated until a thermostat shuts it off at a temperature that you've preset. When you demand hot water out in your house, it comes through the hot water side of the water heater. The water pressure, cold water pressure, is pushing down, and it's pushing this hot water out. And as it pushes it out, it takes it out to the rest of the house. The problem is, this may be going through 30 or 40, I don't know how many feet of space in your house until it gets to your hot water source. So what's going to be happening then is all this is cold in the morning or during the winter time, and most of the time it's cold. And all of this cold water has to be pushed out of the pipe at the other end, at the shower or the sink, until you get this hot water. But that's not happening on this system, because this system has something special. Now we'll take a trip above my water heater and see what I've got installed. As we go up, you can see there's some kind of a red device there, and that is a hot water pump. These vary in price from around $100 up to $400. Here's a sample page of these recycling pumps from Amazon. I would recommend the Grundfos right in the foreground, or in the top right corner, the Watts system. This particular one I got for about $250 at the time. And what this does is, when it is started, it begins pushing the hot water from the tank all the way through the system, and it pushes the cold water that's in your pipe back to the water heater. It's not wasted. And then when you want hot water at your shower or at your sink, it instantly is available for you because this pump has placed it in your hands. Now if you come down here, you can see I have it plugged down below just into an outlet, but that's not just an outlet. When you have these plugged into the wall, typically they give you a timer that you put in here, and you plug this into a timer. So you can set your hot water to start circulating from 6 a.m. in the morning until 9 a.m. That might get most of the people out of your house through the showers. Some of the timers are actually placed right on the side of the pump itself. And that's just a different way the companies will do it. I chose to do this another way. You can see right here, I have a smart plug. These cost about 12 bucks. And I have an Alexa Dot. If you don't have that system already, you can purchase a Dot for as little as of about $15. Now, when I give a command, watch what happens to the top of this pump. You'll see it. The switch itself, not the pump, will go off. Alexa, turn hot water on. I don't know if you saw that little green dot start. And if I take you up to the pump, you'll hear a a little bit of a hum because it's now operating very inexpensively for as little as 18 cents a day. This will pump all day long. But mine doesn't pump all day long. It only pumps when I command it. And when I command it to go off, listen for that hum. Alexa, turn hot water off. The system is off. So I only call upon it when I'm ready to need it. This is such an easy installation. All you need is an adjustable wrench and a Phillips screwdriver. You go to the top of your water heater and you remove the hot water outlet pipe and then put the pump there. After you have it there, you take that pipe and put it back on top of the hot water pump and you're good to go. That's all there is to do. The installation on the other end is equally simple. You go to the furthest sink in your house and then you get this piece of material that they give you with the kit. It's a sensor valve. And they will also give you a couple of these hoses that are similar to the ones that you had from your supply line. Now you can see we have these hoses hooked up in a different way. Before, this hose went straight to the supply line, but we've removed it and then we've attached it, as you can see, to this piece of plastic. Likewise, on the other side, we took the hose off the supply line that was over here and we attached it to the plastic. Now they'll give you, in addition to this heat sensor valve, two other hoses. You can see there's one here curled around. That hose goes from the supply line, it winds around and goes into one end of the plastic. And you have another hose that they gave you and it goes from the supply line around to the other end of the plastic. Now stay with me. What happens when you turn the pump on is water is beginning to flow, and it's flowing, but this time it's flowing and it's pushing the cold water down here and it's shooting it back, and that cold water from the hot water line is going back to the hot water heater. This valve right here will sense when the water gets warm enough, it just shuts off and it won't let that pump push water any further. And you're ready to use your instantly warm water at the source of the sink or the shower. Here's the proof in the pudding. This is kind of hard to do, but I have a stopwatch hanging here. I have a digital thermometer, and what I'm going to try to do is start the stopwatch, get the thermometer into the water stream that I'm catching, and see how the temperature is rising very quickly. Okay, now this is tricky, but here we go. My water is 90 degrees, 95, and that's in 6 seconds. 97 degrees, 112 seconds, it's 13 degrees. At the end of our experiment, if I dip that digital thermometer in here, we're at 93 degrees with just the wastewater. I'd say we had a success. I would really like to encourage you to consider one of these systems for the sake of our water sources, for the sake of our planet, for the sake of your money and your wasted time. Check it out. It's not that hard to do. I think any of you can do this. Research it online, watch a few YouTubes, and you're ready to go. Good luck and thank you for watching.